welcome back to the Podcast Playground. Our newest podcast is The Best Podcast.
Join Jay Carter and Mivita Best on The Best Podcast, where the dynamic duo brings you their insider secrets to everything wonderful. Now Jay and me dive deep into the top 5 everything, from the latest cell phones to affordable wines that won't break the bank.
So tell a friend, you've found the best podcast,
where every recommendation is a gem waiting to be uncovered. Tune in weekly for your dose of excellence.
Picture this. You're in a sterile, brightly lit laboratory.
Okay, setting the scene.
Yeah, and on a stainless steel table sits this sleek, super high-end juicer, and right next to it is a technician in a white coat.
Mm-hmm.
And they are methodically feeding exactly 10 pounds of raw apples, kale, and ginger into this machine.
10 pounds, that's a lot of kale.
Right. And they aren't making breakfast. They are scientifically measuring the microscopic yield of juice extracted, like down to the exact milliliter.
Yeah.
Just to definitively prove if this machine is actually worth your money.
It is just a stunning level of clinical dedication.
It really is.
And, it stands in absolute hilarious contrast to how most of us actually shop for gifts.
Oh, 100%. Because the reality for you, the listener, is probably closer to staring at 50 open browser tabs on a Tuesday night.
Just completely overwhelmed.
Exactly. Your digital shopping cart is full of things you aren't even sure about. The clock is ticking, and the anxiety of trying to buy the absolute perfect present is just completely taking over. It's pure shopping insanity.
It is the ultimate modern dilemma. I mean, we call it decision fatigue, but let's be real, it's paralysis.
Yeah.
We are drowning in an ocean of choice. And every single targeted ad on your feed claims to have the absolute, must-have item of 2026.
But today, you can officially close all those tabs, because whether you're prepping for a birthday, getting a massive head start on the holidays, or honestly just looking to treat yourself,
we're doing the heavy lifting for you.
Exactly. We're going to find the absolute best gift ideas for 2026. And we're specifically going to highlight some tech that works perfectly for someone who, loves audio and podcasts.
And we have an incredible stack of verified data on the desk today to help us do exactly that.
Oh, yeah, you wrote the receipts.
I did. I've been synthesizing thousands of data points from 3 very distinct sources.
Blame on me.
So first, we have a definitive, culturally verified list of the top 5 trending gifts for 2026.
Nice.
Second, a wildly popular, heavily circulated list of 29 insanely cool gadgets from consumer bags.
I love that one.
Right. And finally, that heavy-hitting, rigorously lab-tested 2026 gift guide from Consumer Reports. The folks pulverizing 10 pounds of produce.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's unpack this. Because before we get into the weeds of niche multi-tools and lab-tested appliances, I really want to start with the undeniable heavy hitters.
The cultural zeitgeist.
Yes, the IT list. We're looking at the official top 5 trending and best-rated gifts right now.
Mm-hmm.
And what strikes me isn't just the products themselves, but the underlying science behind them.
That's the perfect lens to view this through. The items dominating the top of this list are essentially miracles of physics and biology just disguised as everyday consumer goods.
Right.
Take the Dyson Airwrap Multi-Styler, for example.
Okay, yeah, which sits at number 2 on the trending list, I think.
Exactly.
And at first glance, it's just a very expensive hair curler. But the sources point out that it's doing something completely revolutionary with how it handles heat.
It really is.
So walk me through how this thing actually works, because it sounds like it's kind of defying the laws of traditional styling. So instead of frying your hair with, the equivalent of a hot iron skillet, it's using aerodynamics to shape it.
That's exactly it. It's all about replacing brute force with fluid dynamics.
Fluid dynamics for hair.
Yes. For decades, the standard way to curl or style hair was to apply extreme damaging heat, essentially just pressing your hair against a scorching hot iron rod.
Ouch. Yeah.
The Dyson replaces that heat with directed, high-speed aerodynamic flow. It utilizes a phenomenon called the Coanda effect.
The Coanda effect. Okay, I'm going to need a visual for that one.
Sure. Think about holding a metal spoon lightly by the handle, and you slowly bring the curved back of the spoon toward a stream of water running from your kitchen faucet.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
As the spoon gets close, the water doesn't just splash off, right? It actually curves and wraps itself around the back of the spoon.
Oh, weird. Yeah, it kind of clings to it.
Exactly. High-speed fluids, and air acts as a fluid here,
Yeah.
naturally want to follow the contours of a curved surface.
Oh, that is a brilliant analogy.
Right.
So instead of frying your hair, the air wrap shoots out a high-speed jet of air that essentially pulls and wraps the hair around the barrel automatically, just using air pressure.
Precisely. It literally styles hair using the same aerodynamic principles that keep an airplane in the sky.
That is wild.
It's a massive leap forward. It saves the physical structure of the hair cuticle from heat degradation.
Wow. And it seems like that theme of advanced invisible science continues right down the list. Like, let's look at the BioDance BioCollagen Real Deep Mask.
Oh, yes, number 5 on the list.
Right, which is currently going wildly viral. Again, at first glance, it's just a sheet mask for your face.
Yeah,
But the sources detail how it's engineered for this deep hydration.
right.
How is a wet piece of paper doing something scientifically different than the masks we've had for years?
Well, because it's not a wet piece of paper. It's a highly sophisticated hydrogel matrix.
Hydrogel matrix sounds very sci-fi.
It does. Traditional sheet masks just sit on top of your skin and evaporate after 20 minutes or so. But the BioDance mask is packed with oligohyaluronic acid and low molecular collagen.
Okay, and why does low molecular matter?
The low molecular part is key. The molecules are engineered to be small enough to actually penetrate the stratum corneum. That's the outer layer of your skin.
Wait, really? So it's actually entering a skin barrier, not just sitting on top of it?
Yes. And you actually wear it overnight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, as your body heat interacts with the hydrogel matrix over several hours, the mask actually transitions from opaque white to completely transparent.
It melts.
Basically, it is physically melting its active ingredients into your skin while you sleep. It's passive, frictionless biometric enhancement.
Frictionless biometric enhancement, which perfectly bridges us to the #1 item on the top 5 list, the Oura Ring 4.
Ah, yes, the ultimate biometric tool.
Talk about frictionless. This is a sleek titanium smart ring that tracks your heart rate, your sleep, your stress, your daily activity.
But how is it pulling accurate medical data from your finger without, pricking you or inflating like a blood pressure cuff?
It uses photoplethysmography or PPG sensors.
Say that 5 times fast.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Basically, the inside of the tiny titanium band houses microscopic LEDs, and they shine light directly into the arteries of your finger.
Okay.
As your heart pumps blood, the volume of blood in those arteries changes microsecond by microsecond.
Right. Pulsing.
Exactly. The sensors measure how much of that light is absorbed and how much reflects back, and then it translates that light bounce into highly accurate heart rate variability and blood oxygen metrics.
That is insane. So we have fluid dynamics styling our hair, hydrogel matrices dissolving into our skin, and microscopic lasers reading our blood flow.
It's the future.
It really feels like we were living in a sci-fi novel.
Yeah.
But here is where the list completely throws me for a loop.
The analog rebellion. Yes. Because right next to all this invisible, hyper-advanced technology on the top 5 list, you have the Fujifilm Instax Mini 12 instant camera.
Number 3 on the list.
Right. A chunky plastic camera that prints physical credit card-sized photos on the spot using actual chemical development.
Yep.
And the Lululemon dual pouch wristlet sitting at number 4, which is just a tiny physical bag with 2 zippers for cash and keys. Why are these so popular right now alongside the space-age tech?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, we're really seeing the psychological impact of digital fatigue.
Digital fatigue, I feel that in my bones.
We all do. In an era where you have a 4K camera in your pocket linked to unlimited cloud storage, a photograph kind of means nothing.
It's just a file.
Exactly, it's a file.
Yeah.
People are actively craving the Instax camera because it produces a single, uneditable, chemical-based artifact. You can hold it in your hand. You can't Photoshop it.
You can pin it to a physical corkboard.
Exactly. And the Lululemon wristlet represents micro-organization.
What do you mean?
Because things like the Oura Ring and our phones handle our payments and our navigation, we don't really need large bags anymore. We just want to carry a few tangible physical items.
Okay, that makes sense.
What the data tells us is that consumers in 2026 want extremes. We want our technology to completely disappear and passively monitor us, or we want a deeply tactile, analog, real-world experience. The middle ground, dead.
Wow. We want the data, but we also desperately want to feel something real, which actually provides a perfect runway into our next category of gifts.
Let's do it.
Building on that idea of invisible tech like the Oura Ring, let's pivot to tech upgrades that are specifically tailored for you, the listener of this deep dive.
Tech for the audio consumer. The person who is constantly learning on the go, devouring podcasts, and staying connected to information.
Exactly. If you have a podcast addict in your life, or if you are the podcast addict, the Consumer Bag source has highlighted some incredible audio innovations.
Some really great stuff on there.
Yeah, and I want to spend some real time on the inductive bone conduction headphones. Because this isn't just a new shape of speaker. It is a total paradigm shift in human anatomy and how we experience sound.
It absolutely is. And it solves a major physiological problem.
Right, because standard headphones, whether they are over-ear cans or those little silicone earbuds you jam in, they work by pushing sound waves directly down your ear canal and hammering against your tympanic membrane, your eardrum.
Which is not great for you.
No. The research highlights that this constant directed air pressure can cause microscopic damage and hearing loss over time, often before you even realize it's happening.
Terrifying, honestly.
But inductive bypasses the ear canal completely. Walk me through the mechanics of this, because it's wild.
It is. Instead of using a traditional speaker driver to push air, bone conduction headphones use electromechanical transducers.
Transducers, got it.
They sit just in front of your ear, resting on your zygomatic bone, your cheekbone. These transducers convert the audio signal from your podcast into mechanical vibrations. Those vibrations travel straight through your facial bones, bypassing the outer and middle ear entirely, and they vibrate the cochlea directly.
That sounds like magic, but it's actually deeply rooted in history, isn't it?
It is. It's famously how Beethoven continued to compose music after he went completely deaf.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he couldn't hear the air moving, so he attached a metal rod to his piano and would bite down on it while playing.
No way.
Yes. The vibrations traveled through his jawbone directly to his inner ear, allowing him to basically hear the notes.
That is wild. So let me put this into context for you listening right now. Imagine you are listening to this very deep dive with inductive headphones.
Yeah.
Our voices are literally vibrating through your cheekbones and playing directly inside your head.
It's a surreal experience.
But, and here's the crucial part, your ear canals are completely open and unobstructed. So
Yeah.
you can still perfectly hear the barista calling your name, or, a car approaching from behind you if you're out for a run.
What's fascinating here is how this represents a massive shift in the philosophy of personal tech.
How so?
Well, for the last decade, the holy grail of audio was isolation, right? Active noise cancellation.
Oh, yeah. Blocking everything out.
We wanted to block out the world and live inside a silent digital bubble. But the trend has completely reversed.
Because living in a bubble is actually quite dangerous
Yep.
and isolating.
Precisely. We are shifting toward situational awareness. We want to seamlessly overlay our digital lives, our podcasts, our audiobooks onto the physical world safely. It's essentially augmented reality, but for your auditory system.
Augmented reality for your ears. I love that. Now, if you do want to push air and share your audio with the room, Consumer Bags also highlights the MagnaBoom.
Ah, the MagnaBoom.
Yeah, it's a portable speaker that apparently rivals the wildly expensive legacy Bluetooth brands, but at a fraction of the cost. Now, I'm always skeptical of these claims. How does a budget speaker actually compete with the big guys?
By democratizing the acoustic engineering.
Democratizing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, explain.
The MagnaBoom utilizes high-density neodymium magnets and dual passive radiators within a hypercompact chassis.
Lots of buzzwords.
I know, but here's the thing. 10 years ago, manufacturing those components required a massive supply chain, which is why only the big brands could afford to produce them.
Uh-huh.
Today, the patents have expired and the manufacturing has scaled. So you are no longer paying a 200% markup for a shiny logo on the grill. You're just paying for the physics of moving air efficiently.
It's cutting out the brand tax.
Yeah.
I love that. And speaking of removing friction, I have to mention the Charge Card Wireless from this same list.
Such a clever device.
It's a charger the size and thickness of a credit card. It literally slides right into the card slot of your wallet.
The energy density required for that is just remarkable.
Right. It packs a lithium polymer battery into a chassis, just 0.1 inches thick. And it has built-in integrated cables for USB-C, Lightning, and micro USB.
All built right in.
It's the ultimate solution to the modern panic of a dead phone battery. You don't have to remember to bring a brick and a tangled cord. You just have your wallet.
And that ties right back into the democratization of technology we saw with the MagnaBoom.
Oh, definitely.
Consumer Bags also features the Vital Health Ring. If the Oura Ring 4 from our top 5 list is financially out of reach, the Vital Ring offers very similar PPG biometric tracking.
Like the heart rate and sleep stuff.
Exactly. Heart rate, sleep stages, temperature, but at a very budget-friendly price point. The sensors that used to belong in a hospital are now cheap enough to be an affordable holiday gift.
Which is just incredible. But now, I want to take a hard left turn here.
Oh, sure.
We've talked about the top trends and the audio tech.
Hmm?
Now I want to look at the psychology of gifting itself.
Let's get into it.
Looking at the data, I see a sharp divide between gifts designed to elicit an immediate, visceral, emotional reaction versus gifts designed to brutally solve a practical headache. The viral versus the lab-tested.
A tale of two shoppers.
Let's start with the emotional side. The memory pearl.
A truly fascinating piece of consumer psychology.
I am obsessed with this thing. It's this glowing, crystal-like orb. But what makes it brilliant is what it doesn't have. There is no companion app.
No.
There is no Bluetooth pairing process that constantly drops out. No account to create, no Wi-Fi password to enter.
Zero user interface.
Exactly. You just plug it in via USB, your computer reads it like a thumb drive, and you literally drag and drop a single video or audio file onto it.
It's that simple.
Then you hand it to your grandmother, she touches it, and it instantly plays a child's laugh or a video of a wedding day right there inside the glowing pearl.
This is a direct response to the digital fatigue we discussed earlier.
Oh, for sure.
We all have thousands of poignant videos buried in the camera rolls of our phones, effectively lost.
So true.
The memory pearl takes a digital file and gives it a dedicated physical housing with absolute zero friction to access it. It is engineered specifically to trigger an emotional response without the cognitive load of operating a smart device.
It's pure emotion in a box. But on that same viral list, we have tools that go the opposite route. They're just insanely clever miniaturized solutions to daily annoyances, like the Gizmo.
Ah, the 16-in-1 multi-tool.
Yes, but it's literally the exact size and footprint of a standard house key. It just goes right on your keychain.
But wait, how do they actually fit a wire stripper, a serrated edge, a multi-bit screwdriver, and a bottle opener onto something that small without it just snapping in half the first time you use it?
Material science. It's CNC machined out of 420 stainless steel.
Okay.
By using computer-controlled milling, they can cut the tolerances so tight that every millimeter of the metal serves a dual structural purpose. It's a marvel of geometric engineering.
So it's strong enough to actually torque a bolt, but you never have to worry about the TSA confiscating it at the airport because it just looks like a key.
Precisely.
And keeping with that theme of shrinking big annoyances, there's the pocket hose. An auto-compacting garden hose with an elastomeric core that expands under water pressure but shrinks back down when the water is off. No more wrestling a giant muddy rubber snake in your yard.
Exactly. Oh, and my absolute favorite from this list, the horsepower duct vacuum.
The sheer suction velocity they've achieved in that form factor is quite notable.
It's the size of a water bottle. It's completely cordless. Yet the sources claim it can suck up pet hair, ground-in crumbs, and literally heavy metal bolts from the floorboards of your car.
It's powerful.
Now, I have to push back here. How does a motor that small not just instantly overheat and catch fire if it's pulling that much suction?
It uses a brushless DC motor. In older vacuums, the motor used physical carbon brushes that generated immense heat and friction.
Right?
By moving to a brushless, digitally controlled motor spinning at nearly 100,000 RPM, they can maximize the airflow to wattage ratio without the thermal meltdown.
So it's a jet engine for your cup holder. Amazing. So
Yeah.
those are the viral hits. High concept, clever, immediate satisfaction. But then we cross the tracks to the Consumer Reports 2026 gift guide. And this is where the philosophy of gifting completely flips.
This is the realm of clinical pragmatism.
This is the heavy artillery. Because Consumer Reports does not care if an item is trending on social media. They only care if it survives their brutal laboratory testing over time.
Exactly.
Like we mentioned at the start, for the foodie category, they didn't just pick a juicer that looks nice. They ran 10 pounds of produce through models from Breville and Ninja just to mathematically prove which one yields the most liquid.
It guarantees you aren't gifting a sleek, useless countertop ornament. You are gifting verified efficiency.
Right. And for the weekend warrior, they highlight the 3 best robotic lawnmowers. And for the tech fan, the best 75-inch TVs for under $1,000. But here's where I am drawing a massive line in the sand.
Yeah.
And I need you to justify this for me.
Lay it on me.
Under Gifts for Home Bodies, Consumer Reports actually recommends the 6 best bottom freezer refrigerators of 2026, noting their long-term reliability.
A refrigerator.
I see where you're going with this. I mean, I am sorry, but if I wrap a dough around a $2,000 kitchen appliance and tell my partner, happy anniversary, enjoy your bottom freezer, I am sleeping on the couch. That is a household utility expense. That is not a gift.
This raises an important question, though. How are we actually defining a gift in the year 2026?
Not as a fridge, I hope.
I understand your hesitation. We are culturally conditioned to view gifts as frivolous luxuries, a gold watch, an expensive bottle of perfume, something the person would never rationally buy for themselves.
Exactly. A gift should feel like an escape from reality, not a reminder of home maintenance.
But look at the societal context we are operating in right now. We are dealing with unprecedented levels of time poverty. Everyone is overworked, our environments are unpredictable, and daily logistics are just exhausting.
True.
Because of that, the very definition of a luxury gift is actively shifting.
How so?
For someone managing a busy household, another trinket or bottle of perfume doesn't fundamentally improve their day. The ultimate gift in 2026 might actually be a profound act of service.
It's an act of service.
Yes. It is about actively removing friction and stress from their daily life. Giving someone a robotic lawnmower isn't giving them a tool. It's giving them back 2 hours of their Saturday morning every single week.
Okay, I see the angle on the lawnmower. Buying them time.
And regarding the reliable refrigerator or the highly rated air purifiers they also recommend, you are gifting peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
In a year where air quality can change overnight due to wildfire smoke, an expertly tested air purifier is the gift of a safe, breathable sanctuary for your family. A refrigerator that has been lab tested to never break down means you're removing the anxiety of waking up to a puddle of water and a week's worth of ruined groceries.
Wow. Okay. When you frame it around time, poverty, and anxiety reduction, giving someone an appliance that just flawlessly works in the background really is a massive act of service. It's essentially saying, I love you so much, I refuse to let your produce freeze unexpectedly, I want you to breathe clean air.
It is deeply practical romance. Luxury today isn't about adding more things to your life. It's about subtracting the annoyances.
So what does this all mean? Let's bring this all together and finalize your ultimate 2026 gift strategy.
Okay, the game plan.
If you are staring at a screen of open tabs and you want a guaranteed culturally relevant slam dunk, stick to the definitive top 5. Invest in the frictionless biometrics of the Oura Ring 4, or harness fluid dynamics with the Dyson Airwrap.
And if you are shopping for a podcast fanatic, or if you're looking to upgrade your own daily routine, the inductive bone conduction headphones are essential. Bypassing the eardrum to maintain situational awareness while consuming audio is just a complete game changer.
If you want to trigger immediate tears of joy, grab the Zero Interface Memory Pearl. But if you want to be the ultimate hero and make someone's life tangibly easier on a daily basis, look to the lab-tested problem solvers.
The heavy hitters.
The pocket-sized charge card, the robotic lawnmower, or, yes, even the hyper-reliable bottom freezer refrigerator.
Before we sign off, I want to leave you with one final thought to mull over, looking at the entire spectrum of these sources combined.
Let's hear it.
We are currently living in an era of wild, fascinating contradictions.
Oh, I know. The contrast between the smart rings and the physical photos is jarring.
Exactly. On one hand, we are gifting hyper-advanced, AI-driven biometric health rings that track our blood oxygen, and robotic mowers that map our lawns with GPS. We are more connected, optimized, and monitored than ever before in human history.
Right.
But at the exact same time, people are clamoring for instant physical film cameras that use actual chemicals, and a glowing memory pearl that aggressively requires 0 apps and 0 internet.
We are racing toward the future, but pulling the emergency brake because we missed the past.
Precisely, which begs the question, as our daily lives become increasingly digitized, optimized, and entirely virtual, will the ultimate, most sought-after luxury gift of the future be something that is completely analog, completely unplugged, and entirely offline?
Oh, wow.
Will the ultimate status symbol just be the ability to disconnect?
That is a brilliant question. I want you to think about that. What kind of gift would you most want to receive right now?
It's worth considering.
Something that plugs you further into the matrix, or something that finally lets you unplug? You can officially close all those shopping tabs now. Your research is done. We'll catch you next time. Remember, the perfect gift is out there, and sometimes it's not about the price tag, but the friction it completely removes from your life.